What is going on, guys? It's Derek with Raleigh Restorations. Today we're going to be talking about these Red October Yeezy 2s. We're specifically going to be going over the paint set, showing you that it does match all the colors on here. We've been getting a lot of comments such as these. Even though these are super faded on the front, that's why these came in, they need a re-dye. We can actually show you that the body, the midsole, and the outsole are the same color and are matched to a pair. Every batch is mixed the exact same over at the warehouse, so it's a very consistent color. We just want to clear up a couple of discrepancies that people have with the color, saying that it looks too orange, because you probably haven't seen these in person, so we're going to get into that today. Damn. Alright, so today we're going to go through and actually put the paint corresponding to the section of the shoe on the actual shoe, so you guys can see that it is a perfect match. The only one that we're not going to do is the toe cap, again, because these are super faded, so it wouldn't match anyway. And also we can't put the paint onto this suede because that will make it hard, and we can't do that. We actually have to dye it. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the toe cap, and I guess we'll go ahead and just start with the body here. All of these have been used, that's why they're so gross, and the insides are all dried up and stuff, so we're going to be using a Q-tip to apply this. And if you actually look at the Red October, you'll notice that the back heel almost seems like a different color from this, and from this mesh, and from this rubber. That's because these are actually 4 different materials right here, so they're going to look a little bit different. But that actually transitions onto the custom, especially if you're doing the 4, because there's the netting, there's the tongue, there's the leather, there's the plastic pieces, so it all works out. So for this, I think the good place to probably apply this is probably on the Nike check, I would say, or maybe even down here. There's a smooth space. I think we're just going to go ahead and put it on the smooth space down here. And you can already see that's blended in pretty well, but the real test is when you dry it. Each paint will dry a little bit darker once it's dry. These are all Angelus paints that have been mixed and matched to match this, so it has the same properties of Angelus paint. So when you dry it, that's when you'll get your real color. So to speed this up for the video, I'll just go ahead and take the heat gun. And you can see that color disappear. So anyone that was thinking that looks orange in the video, like I showed in the comments earlier, that's the color of the Red October. Like I said, most of those people probably haven't actually seen the Red October. So that's the body right there. We're going to remove that with a Q-tip, because I'm sure this customer doesn't want paint on here, even though you can't see it, to keep everything original. Get that all cleaned up. Next, the big one and the cool thing with the midsole is that we can actually sell the midsole paint separately if you'd like us to, and you can repaint the midsoles of your Red October Yeezy 2s. Or if you need someone to do it for you, they can order it from us, or we can do it for you. So we'll do the same thing. Show you that we actually are putting paint on there. Put a little bit more just so you can see. That doesn't even look like I put paint on there. You can see it's glossy. I guess that's the indicator that there is paint there. And again, I'll just go ahead and speed it up. And again, I think that honestly is probably the perfect match, just because this is one tone. The upper, like I said, has a different color here, 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 and here. And then the midsole is just one solid shade. So honestly, I think that's the best one. I'll go and wipe this off just to have it off anyway, but it blends in perfectly. Again, you can see we actually did paint that. The paint is coming off. And last but not least, the hardest one I would say is the sole. It's very, very close, but the hard part with this is that this material is actually translucent and it glows. And when you're painting something, it's hard to match a finish or a material look with paint, since paint is just one-dimensional. This is a little bit deeper because it's translucent, you can see through it. So we tried to just pick the color from the dead stock pair that was perfect. So I tried to clean this outsole right in this space really well to get as close to original. We didn't ice cream it or anything to remove any discoloration, but we're still going to show you how close this is even on this very worn pair. So obviously this one you can see a lot more at first because it's just sitting on top of the rubber. This is with no prep or anything, this is just putting paint straight on there. And we'll go ahead and speed this up. And you can see that fade in there pretty well. Again, it looks different because this is a paint and this is a translucent material where you actually see through it a little bit. Even though it's not quite like an icy sole where you see through it, it's the same exact material. So it's a dyed rubber, and that's why you get these dark edges around here and you get the yellowing on the bottom. So this one might look a little bit more pink, but it's the best representation of a dead stock pair that we could get. Again, I'm doing this on a worn shoe, and then this is also, again, translucent material, and this is a one-dimensional paint.
Alright guys, so hopefully that clears up any misconception of the colors not looking right, as we did take our time and it took a lot of time. That's why you see the paint set being expensive. We also had to buy all the colors to mix into it, and I actually did the math. If you were to buy a 1 ounce option of all the paints that you needed just to make these 4 colors, you would be sitting at about $45 worth of supplies from Angelus. That's just to get the smallest 1 ounce option of all the colors you actually need to make this. So a lot of time and effort and money does go into this. We did the work, so it's ready for you. If you want to check out these pictures, there are a couple others showing a side-by-side comparison to a real Red October Yeezy 2 from Nike.com. The link down below, you can order the supplies from us. You can also get the midsole paint by itself if you just need to do a midsole repaint. I don't see why you really need the body or the toe cap or the sole, but if you do, you can send us an email at raleighrestorations@yahoo.com. We'll take care of you. Alright, thanks for watching.
I got broads in Atlanta, just at the lean, the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van. Legacies, family, wait and see, look like a panda. Going out like a Montana, honey killers on the helmets. Legacies, family, wait and see, family. Pockets full, Danny, selling ball.